6ix9ine posed a good question last night on the live stream. Should Akademiks send Lil Durk family money if he gets convicted? It's your boy DMOSS, and welcome to my TED Talk. Let's discuss. Last night, I was watching the Akademiks and 6ix9ine live stream. And on the stream, 6ix9ine posed a really good question. He asked Akademiks, you gonna send Durk $500K to his family if Durk get convicted? And Akademiks' face was like, I don't know about $500K, but I'm gonna send him something. Is Akademiks obligated to send Lil Durk's family some money? What do you guys think? He did cover the war in Chirac. Akademiks' claim to fame was covering the war in Chirac. And we all know how that went down. So I got to thinking to myself after I saw that question that 6ix9ine posed. Is Akademiks obligated to send Lil Durk family money? Should he send him $1 million? Should he send him $500,000? What about $250,000? Or maybe nothing at all? Akademiks is not the reason Lil Durk is sitting in federal custody right now about awaiting trial. That's all on Lil Durk. Will it be the honorable thing to do to send Durk's family money? I don't think Akademiks owe Durk anything. I think Lil Durk got himself in a situation listening to the internet and he got tricked off the street. Allegedly, there's a lot of guys around Durk that is telling. OTF Jam, OTF Vonnie, a lot of guys are going to tell on him, man. Durk is facing life in federal prison. This is a federal crime that has been committed. Murder for hire. So with all that being said, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, on one hand, I'm saying it will be the honorable thing to do. You did make a killing off the war in Chirac. But on the other hand, Akademiks didn't tell you to go out there and do what you did. Akademiks wasn't telling you to go and pay OTF Jam $50,000 allegedly to go and do murder for hires and all these different things. It was even I've even read that, it was, how can I say this? Durk was approached about squashing the beef with Quando Rondo, and he declined to. So with that being said, I'm kind of, it's a wobbler for me, you guys. On one hand, I'm saying, yeah, I think you should look out because you did make a killing off the war in Chirac. You did cover it. And then on the other hand, I'm saying you're not obligated to do anything for this guy. You didn't put him in this situation. We have to move more smarter as men. So I don't know, man. I'm kind of stuck. One half of me is saying, yo, David, be a real one, look out for Durk. But on the other half, it's like, nigga, I didn't tell you to do none of that. You put yourself in that position. You got a wife, you got kids. Why would you put yourself in that position to end up in life in federal custody? And one thing I have to give credit to, 6ix9ine, man. Although I don't agree with a lot of 6ix9ine antics, but he does make a lot of sense. Why try to be a real nigga to 9-to-5ers? You were so busy trying to, not say impress, but get your get back for what happened to your boy Von. Now you're in federal prison. You're going to end up in federal prison for the rest of your life. You're no longer going to be able to eat the food you want to eat. You're no longer going to be able to hug and kiss your kids and watch them grow up. You're going to lose your fiance. India's definitely going to move on. Durk, was it really worth it? Was it really, really worth it? I know you sit in that cell and just think to yourself like, bruh, this wasn't worth it. You should have just let it go and allowed the universe to deal with how it was gonna be dealt with. You should have just let it go, bruh. You was one of the biggest rappers in the game making millions of dollars. Why? Why do that? And then I posed the question again. Was it worth it? When you sitting in that cell, laying in that cot, is it worth it? It's just so much on this, man, that I just really it just really, really trips me out, man. It really trips me out. But back to the original question. Is Akademiks obligated to give Durk's family money if Durk gets convicted in federal prison? I'm kind of like, I don't know, you guys. I don't know. One half of me, like I said earlier, one half of me is saying, yeah, bro, you should do something. $500,000 is a lot of money, but Akademiks has it. Akademiks is a multimillionaire. He has it, but $500,000, maybe $100,000 just to help him out because we don't know these guys' financial situation. We don't know Durk's financial situation. We really don't. But then on the other half, I'm like, bro, you did that. You put yourself in that situation. And I'm pretty sure Akademiks had talks. Not saying Akademiks knew Durk's business, but I'm pretty sure he had talks with him like, bro, you're a free man. Just let it go. Just let it go. But man, shout out to 6ix9ine, man, because 6ix9ine really speaks a lot of truth. Like, who are you being real for? He said something else that was that made me open up my eyes. He said, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, no one's going to remember Durk. No one's going to be saying free Durk, free Smirk. Dudes is going to go on about their lives and he's going to be forgotten. You know, what a waste of talent, bruh. What a waste of talent. But you know, like I said, y'all let me know how you guys feel. Hop in the comments, let's discuss. Should Akademiks give Durk's family some money if little Durk gets convicted on this murder for hire charge? He'll be facing life in federal prison. You guys hop in the comments and let me know. You know, let me know what you guys think. 500K to the family. That was what Tekashi 6ix9ine posed. Yo, you made money off the war in Chirac. AK, you capitalized off the war in Chirac. Are you going to get 500K to Durk's family if he gets convicted? Me personally, I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I'm going to just keep it a beam with y'all. I don't know what I would do. But man, hop in the comments. Let's discuss. It's your boy DMOSS, and welcome to my TED Talk. Peace out.